All right, so we should be live on YouTube.
We be live.
Yep. I just gotta go to the live section here.
Yep. Well, we got 30 seconds.
That's it. I'm straight.
Pizza Dude's got 30 seconds.
Oh, really? You go do that shit.
Oh, well, $3 off.
Such a good movie.
It is. Still holds up, even for a movie that was made in like 1991. Mind you, it was so weird hearing the original voice actors redo it on YouTube. It was like, the hell?
All right, we're live, and yeah. Here's the link for you.
Well, it looks like the PlayStation 4 is on standby. Yep. Okay. They literally just turned it on. Now, we should also state that this does not contain any PS5 hardware news or anything like that.
Well, at least that's what they
This
said.
is updates on was it PS5 indies and some other bits and bobs, plus PS4 and PS VR news.
Oh, just heard something. PlayStation turned on.
I'm already watching some Crash Bandicoot 4 footage.
Yeah, it's a little behind.
Hey everyone, I'm Lou Studdard, producer at Toys for Bob, and I'm here to talk to you about Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About
Brand
Time.
new, yay!
Crash 4 is a direct sequel to Crash Bandicoot Warped. The devious villains, Neo Cortex and Dr. Entropy, have finally escaped their interdimensional prison, leaving an evil scientist-sized hole in the universe. Now they've got their eyes set on not only simply conquering this dimension, but all dimensions. And it's up to Crash.
I like how
and
it's in
Coco to
Chinese
save
or
the day.
Japanese.
Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time is
Really?
the
Mine's
first
in English.
totally new game in the
Well,
Crash
the
Bandicoot series
stream
in
is,
over a
but
decade.
if you look at the
So
video,
for us at Toys for Bob, we
it
felt
has
was important
Japanese in
to
it.
reintroduce longtime fans
Oh,
as
okay.
well as
The
new
subtitles.
players to this amazing franchise.
I don't even have subtitles
First,
on.
we made sure to incorporate the classic tense,
What? I'm looking at
precise,
it. Look
and
at our stream.
perspective-shifting platforming that we all fell in love with. And then we
What are you
wanted to
running it
introduce
for?
exciting new elements that we
YouTube.
can't wait to show you today.
Ah,
Let's
that's
start
probably why,
with
because I got
Insanity Beach.
I got
Yeah.
a
This is where
Switch.
Crash's adventure first
Ah,
started,
that's why,
and where
yeah.
we picked things up again in Crash 4. But there have definitely been
explain
changes
that.
since we first saw Insanity Beach all those years ago.
This is looking
Throughout
good.
Crash 4, you'll see those changes to our gameplay and even our art style. Our art teams wanted to take inspiration from not just the original games, but the animated cartoons that inspired those original games, all while also delivering bigger, more awe-inspiring dimensions to explore. Throughout Crash 4, you'll see wide-open new vistas.
Like,
new
this
character
definitely
models,
looks good.
and lots of expressive
I
animations.
just
and with
said-
all of that also comes new additions to the platforming.
I'm not really a fan of the
Rope
perspective
swings,
shifting
rail
that it
riding, and
does
zip
a
line
lot
as
with
well.
the gameplay style, because it was
In the
doing it on a
original
whim,
trilogy, specifically
almost,
Crash 4,
and it's
there were
such a pain in
certain
the
moments
ass.
in the game
Yeah.
where Crash would change outfits. Think
I mean,
Crash
I
was
wasn't
really
looking forward to this,
Especially
but this sounds good.
Especially because it was,
for us to expand upon.
like, the game
So
is
we've loaded the game
extremely
with tons of awesome
precise
skins
in
that
how you
can
gotta
earn
land and
throughout the
everything
game.
else.
These skins
Yeah.
are totally cosmetic and a fun way to express yourself while playing the game.
But hey, you get to play as
Just to be
Coco.
clear,
That's
there's
cool.
No MTX here. Skins
Yeah.
are earned
That's
by
not the first
completing
time. Couldn't you
different
play with
challenges
Coco in another
and
game?
earning gems within levels.
Pretty sure you
Crash
could.
4 also
Radio, I
introduces
think?
the quantum masks.
It's been a minute since I played
Powerful
Crash
protectors
Bandicoot.
of time and
Yeah,
space.
yeah, it's
Crash
been
and
been
Coco
a
will need our
while.
assistance throughout the game to tackle the crazy challenges that we're going to be throwing at the player.
And that's how they get past
Whether
the.
it's Ika Ika, who gives you the
masks.
ability to instantly flip your center of gravity at the press of a button, Kapunawa, who allows you to slow down the
Oh
world around
god,
you,
gravity flipping.
or Lonnie
Ice
Lowe, who
levels.
allows you
That's
to
fun.
phase shift
That's always
elements
fun.
in and
Oh,
out
that's
of
yeah, that's
existence.
always
Bending the
fun
rules
in
of
a
reality and
platformer.
altering your environment with these new masks is a must. We also can't wait to talk to you about the fourth mask, Akano. But
Oh
that's
good
gonna have
god,
to
this
wait
looks
for
like
another
something
day.
I'm gonna be
What
throwing
we
my
can tell
controller
you
through.
today, though,
You
is
like
that
the other one that
Crash
came
isn't
out
the only
recently?
character you get to take control of
Didn't you
during
play
this
that one?
adventure. For starters, you can play the
The
entire game.
the
as
remake
Coco.
trilogy.
Yeah.
Any level that you can play as
Yeah, I've got
Crash,
the
you can
remake
also
trilogy.
play
I
as
played
Coco.
that. And I
It's also
believe
very
me,
important for us
I
that you
uninstalled
take a
that
more
pretty quick.
prominent role in the story this time as well. But that's not all. We've got a few other characters that you'll get to control at key points in the adventure, so that they can provide their own fresh perspectives and new gameplay. Here you can see that you'll be taking control of Neo Cortex.
Those
He's all about
gravity
using his blaster
shiftings,
to
they
change
just
an enemy in his path.
fuck with my
in
head.
addition to playing as Cortex, we're
I've never been a
excited to
fan
reveal that
of
for the
games
first
that do
time,
that, period.
You'll also get to
So-
tail slap your way
Yeah.
through crates as Dingo Dial.
So it's going to be interesting.
You get to play as Dingo Dial in Crash 4. Now, a lot has changed in the years since we last saw Dingo Dial. In fact,
Okay.
he hung up his old flamethrower rocket launcher combo when he decided to retire from a life of villainy and open a diner. Unfortunately for Dingo, fortunately for us, his adventure begins by witnessing the destruction of said beloved diner and getting sucked into another dimension. Finally, there's one more surprise I'm incredibly excited to show you today.
I will say the stream looks good.
Crash
I'm glad we made the
series
switch.
has always been about finding new and exciting
Yeah.
ways to play through the game. In the past, it's been about taking on time trials or discovering
hell?
all the hidden secrets. Well, for Crash
So-
4, we wanted to bring something
I know,
brand
it was
new
just
to
like
the table.
the
So we
whole
teamed up
thing
with
where
our
he's
friends
like
at Beanox to
coloring
create
in
a
the
brand new
levels
style
as he
of play for
goes.
Crash
And
4 that we call inverted mode.
Inverted
It's our
mode.
Some of
souped
the-
up,
so-
bumpa-berry fueled take
some of
on
these
mirror
new,
mode. Not only are perspective shifted,
yeah.
but now each of the dimensions are rendered in a new and unique art style that really changes the look and feel of the experience.
This is weird.
One dimension could be asking you to traverse through a neon wasteland, while another task
That
follows
is
with
extremely
spinning
That's cool,
weird.
though.
all over the environment.
I
to
like
see
that, how the
path
dash of
forward.
color comes out. That's cool.
We've even got one that feels like an old
it's-
timey movie with the
Gotta
overcranked
be-
camera speed,
It's
increasing
bad
the
for somebody
actual
like
speed of
myself who
gameplay
takes
as
time
well.
to adjust to these things.
Once
Though.
unlocked, players can replay
Like, my
all
eyes
the
need a
game's
moment to
levels with
actually
a totally new and dynamic
to adjust,
look and
so
feel.
I can see
It's
that
an
being very
incredibly fun feature that's
problematic.
going to give every player, especially the completionists out there, a reason to
You know, this
revisit
doesn't look
each
too bad
level
running off
again
the PlayStation
to see
4.
what new and exciting experiences in store for them.
Yeah. Oh,
So
look, the
that's some of the new
PlayStation 4
stuff that
still
we have
has a
in
lot
store
of
for you
life in it.
Crash
Yeah, it
Bandicoot
definitely
4.
does.
It's about
It definitely
time.
does. I think
Because
I think the
the
problem is
time
everybody's
madness
getting caught
on
up
October
on
2nd.
you know the hype of the new
The
consoles.
hype of the new consoles, yeah.
And it always happens around a new console launch. It always happens.
Today's state
Yeah.
of play is loaded with third-party
And eventually it all
updates for
calms down and
PS4
they're like, "Yeah, it's
PSVR,
all good."
and some new PS5 gameplay too. We opened the show
See?
with an
They did
all-new
say
look at
PlayStation 5
Crash
gameplay.
4.
They
It's about time.
lied.
Oh,
Coming
there
to
you go.
PlayStation 4
They
on October
lied.
2nd. Now let's keep the party going with the latest from IO Interactive.
I also Hitman.
Yeah. Hitman?
I mean, that's all they do is Hitman. Yeah, see, Hitman.
Yeah. Yeah, IOI Interactive, that's all they do. Hitman. Come on, just reskin it just once for John Wick and we'd be happy.
That's what you got the PC port for, man. PC port.
Yeah, true. PC, mods, yeah.
Besides, this is your big day. You
Some
should
green
mingle,
substance. You should totally
have
drink it.
fun. Oh, don't worry
Oh,
about
totally.
that. My art speaks for itself.
Well, I have to go. I'll call you when I get back tonight.
PlayStation VR integrated?
Yep, that's what it says. PlayStation mode, PlayStation VR mode.
Nice.
I wonder when they do that though, because the PlayStation VR is not that powerful. It's not me being picky. It really isn't.
No, it's not. Compared to your other options, especially your PC options.
Yep, Hitman 3. They really need to do something else.
Yep.
I mean, I'm glad they're like the best of the best when it comes to Hitman, but give us something else. Stop giving us Hitman. Do something different. Step out of the box.
Hey man, when you got something that works.
True. So we got a candle.
This thing is not actual gameplay.
Yeah.
Just
I mean,
pop
what
up.
it is? What if it is? What if it's a PlayStation 5 game all of a sudden? I wonder what this is. I wonder what this is.
No, this
Shredded
is
paper.
recorded footage.
No, man. This is live. This is live gameplay. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's not. What the hell is this though?
Must have one hell of a HDMI cable.
It's a $100 HDMI cable. It's a monster HDMI cable. There's a ring. I have no idea what this is,
Yeah, man, yeah.
but it has something to do with a ring, I guess.
I think that has something to do with reversing time. And pretty colors. Paintings. Puzzles.
This looks familiar. Who is that guy? Who's the name of that character? I feel like I've seen him before. This whole game, Braid, yeah. This isn't new. So they got a remaster version. Okay.
Okay, fair enough.
It's like, I've seen this before.
We are happy to announce Braid
done with
Anniversary
that.
Edition. It's the classic
Oh,
puzzle
okay.
adventure where you manipulate time.
Yeah, that
and
is
repaint it
one
for
hell of a
modern
cleanup.
high resolutions.
Many areas have been re-envisioned to make them more unique, and it's even more like a living painting.
It's
with
like when they
brushstrokes
when they
animating
make
the
these
world.
games and they use these
There
high
are more than
resolution
9
assets and
pixels
like
for
we
each
can't put this in the
pixel
game,
original game.
and then they go
There are
back
new
and they clean up like,
animations
hey, we can do
using
this stuff now. Like, look at
Improved
that.
sound and music.
He has
to
more
enhance the
animations.
game,
That's
and
cool.
many hours of developer commentary and interviews on
But
subjects
it definitely
like puzzle design,
it shows
programming, and visual art.
what
We plan
happens
to
when
make it
you
the
have
most detailed
put out something at the
commentary
beginning of a
in any
life
game
cycle
ever.
versus the end
So
of a
if you
life
wanna
cycle.
learn
Yeah,
what video
yeah, it
games are
definitely
made,
does.
Braid Anniversary
I don't know if I go back
Edition
and
will be
play
a
this
really good
again, but
resource.
it
We
looks
hope you'll
nice.
enjoy the game when it comes out early next year.
Next year,
I probably this would be something I'd probably grab on like a if it pops up on PlayStation Plus as
hey,
the
look,
monthly game.
PlayStation
It's a
5.
mythic adventure set on a mystical island. Let's take a quick tour in this new footage captured from PS5.
I think they showed this off before.
Hi everyone, this is Matt Nava from Giant Squid. I'm excited to share more with you
think they
today about our
did.
upcoming game, The Pathless.
I think this is a game that looks like Dauntless. Yeah,
Yes.
that's
The
the game.
Pathless is an
Yeah,
open-world,
yeah.
mythic adventure game set in a vast forest. You play as the Hunter. The Hunter is a master of archery. She can shoot
I like how they come up with
talismans
these
to
names.
fill
You
her
play
cash
the
meter,
Hunter.
which allows her to
What's the
sound
person's
and
name?
roll
The Hunter.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Not very
Fluid,
original. but
dynamic
okay.
movement is at the core of the
Well,
Pathless,
It's not very
So the
original at
game's
the
unique
moment.
take on
Because maybe you
archery
learn her
is
name
all
in the
about
game
timing,
when you buy it.
not aiming down sights.
Marketing.
This design was critical to making it possible to shoot even while moving fast and performing acrobatic maneuvers. You
Okay.
instantly feel as skilled as the hunter herself.
It's about timing rather than aiming. Okay. It's definitely a very different concept for something using shooting mechanics.
With help from the eagle, you can even fly.
It makes me
The bond
think
between
that
the hunter and the eagle
it has
is
a
central
lock-on
in the
system because
Pathless.
those shots are very precise.
Well, it is. It
You
does
can gain
have a
altitude while
lock-on
you glide
system
by
because
flapping.
they're saying it's more about timing than
Anything
actual
else.
accuracy. So,
It's so weird having two different screens, looking at it there and watching
Sure
over
you
there.
want the
And
eagle
I keep moving
to
my
keep it
head over
clean
like.
and in good flying condition.
yeah, I'm trying not to look at the our video chat, which is on my other side here.
I'm
So
watching
I've got
chat.
I've got
You'll
the
find
stream right in
secrets
front
all
of
over
me.
the island, if you know where to look.
I mean,
Secrets.
I'm not gonna say I'm not impressed with the stream because there wasn't really anything big they were going to
Collecting crystals
announce.
will let you upgrade the eagle's
It's just
ability
more
to
of a
fly.
hey, we still got stuff coming. Don't worry about it. PlayStation's still relevant here, or PlayStation 4 is still relevant.
You'll also discover larger puzzles to solve in ancient structures.
But it's good to see that they've actually got some stuff actually up and running on the PlayStation 5, so we actually get to see what it's like in
Yeah.
action.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and you know, I don't want to harp on Microsoft, but when Microsoft did the same thing and it was all just pre-rendered, I'm like, you know, again, it's
The
show
Pathless
us
is all about
stuff
finding
actually
your own way
running
forward.
on the console.
So unlike most open
Yeah,
world
they kind of
games,
dropped
there's
the
no
ball
map.
with that.
Instead,
Yeah.
the hunter can use her mask to peer into the spirit world and discover distant landmarks. It even shows you where you've been.
No map, okay.
Getting to higher vantage points will let you see further with spirit vision.
Okay.
Giant cursed spirits,
That's
the
an
source of the
interesting way to
darkness,
do the map.
will pose a
Yeah.
constant threat to you on your quest. They will try to separate you from the
I
evil.
have a feeling that's going to start becoming a big thing in video games now. Is like we're not going to give you a map.
But give me my damn map. I don't know where I'm going. I need that.
Exactly. Like when I played Carry On for the review, the fact that I had no map really hindered me in where I had to go.
Stay still.
Which is really bad for an open world Metroidvania game. So it's got movement detection, sort of like Horizon.
Yep. This scene reminds me of Horizon.
Horizon, yeah, the
You
beast
won't be able to take on
and
the cursed
everything.
spirits until you've returned light to the
Which also came out
obelisks.
for PC or is coming out, and apparently it's a mess. That's not cool.
Ugh, that's not good.
I mean, it's definitely playable, but from what I watched from Digital Foundry and a couple other channels, it's a technical mess. That's.
When the obelisks
I was looking
are
to pick that
restored,
up.
The cursed
I don't know
spirits
about
will
it
be
now.
vulnerable. Chase them down through the forest to corner them in a dramatic final battle.
Yeah, this does feel very Horizon. You're tracking, you're seeing the footprints, and you're gonna take down the monster. And...
I like this segment of gameplay. I like this. We get to see a boss fight here.
Yeah.
You're actually not just avoiding the boss, you're avoiding the obstacles around it, the environmental dangers.
See, the exploration thing with the obelisks and everything else they've got going, that reminds me of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
And now you've got gameplay that's feeling very much like Horizon Zero Dawn. It's like, okay, what the fuck are we doing? Which franchise are we trying to be like now?
To bring light
All of
into the
them.
world.
That's what games do now. We take bits of everything and put it together, and sometimes come out with something
I hope
completely
you enjoyed this
amazing.
Overview of the
True.
pathless.
True that. True
We've
that.
only scratched the surface.
I
There's so
like the
much
fact
more
that
to
this is
explore
also a very
and
simple
discover.
art style too, so they can render a lot at
This is
once.
coming out later this year. Thanks for watching.
Like, it's simple but impressive.
I'll have to watch out for this. So the Pathless, PlayStation 5.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a shame it isn't coming out on PlayStation as well. PlayStation 4.
So, yeah.
Because I could see this, well, maybe it's got a lot of stuff going on in the background.
Well, you look at the rendering that it's doing in that final shot. It's rendering a lot of extra
Let's see
stuff
what's
on
in
the
store
fly.
for Spelunky 2.
Spelunky, seriously?
Hi, my name is Derek Yu, and I'm the creator
Really?
of Spelunky.
Okay.
I could never get into this game. Never.
For Spelunky
But people
2,
like
Me
I
neither.
wanted to make sure we made something that got old fans excited and also brought in new players. It was important we didn't change the things that made Spelunky such a unique experience in the first place.
That's
So many
basically what
people
all the
became
chat
fans
for
of
the
game through their
videos
friends
going.
and
It's like,
family, and even
Spelunky 2?
strangers on the
Really?
internet.
Exactly.
One reason we're
Really?
adding
I don't
online
want to play this
multiplayer
game.
can play the game together. And I also
See,
wanted to
that's
include
the one thing
feeling
I'm worried
community
about
in
with
Spelunky to
the
itself
way,
to make sure that the game felt
like,
welcoming
the
even though it's
focus could
different.
be, is that all the
In
big
Spelunky
games
2,
are now
when you
going
do
to
runs
start
and
coming
discover
out
new
on
characters, you'll also be building
PlayStation
an
5, so they
in-game
put the
community
focus
and
there.
family.
I
So
wouldn't doubt
we're gonna
that.
get we're gonna get a bunch of
Feel much
indie
more
stuff
rich and
as
dynamic
the
than
finale for the
Spelunky 1.
console.
Yep.
It's gonna feel a lot more
I hope that
full.
doesn't happen, but it
Players
kind
will
of
be able to
feels
see
like
the
it.
I don't want it to
Lots of
happen that
ways.
way either, but you
For
know,
example, you'll be able to ride turkeys,
I'm not in
find
charge
new
of freaking marketing.
passageways,
You should be.
and you
Make
have
it so.
to choose between branching paths
Make it
as
so.
you make your
Make
way
it so.
deeper into the caves.
No, I feel like I'm sort of a
As a result, the
betrayer of
stories players
PlayStation lately.
create will have much more
Oh, why is
texture
that?
to them.
Stuff
Even
like
after
this.
Many hours of playing, I still have interesting runs.
There's
that
no
don't
such
even go
thing as a
past the first
betrayer.
area.
You're playing all
In
games.
Spelunky
That's what
1,
you
runs
should be
often
doing.
centered around the
Stop that
shops and how you
nonsense.
chose to interact with them. So in Spelunky 2, we've expanded the shopping experience. And
But
made
then
it
again,
one
I'm
nuanced
also being
and
a
exciting.
good manga man.
And also
What?
added new characters that can
Manga?
help you or hinder you.
Manga. Ah.
Given how amazing the Spelunky community
I read
is,
I highly
comic books.
recommend it. And anybody who wants an interesting one, The Way of the House
The
Husband
great thing about
is actually
Spelunky
quite
is that the deepest
amusing.
secrets are the ones that even I don't know.
An
about.
ex-Yakuza guy taking all his
And there are
Yakuza
lots of
principles
new
and
things
applying
to
them to
play
being
with
a
that
house
other
husband.
players can
Oh
use
man,
to
speaking of
get
Yakuza,
past
I
It-
cannot
it-
wait to
it is
play
actually
7.
really well
as the
done.
developers
I cannot wait
know
to play
about the
7.
game.
Oh, I cannot wait.
Oh,
I have two
that,
types of
that
favorite
just looks like
stories
it's
from
going
Spelunky
so
fans.
amazingly over the
First
top.
are when
Yeah,
people are
can't
genuinely
wait.
surprised by
Can't
something
wait.
that happened in the game.
That's gonna be a great game.
And
I mean, it is a
second, the
great
ones where
game.
people shared a
Just
fun
not
experience
great over here
with
because
friends
we
and
can't play
family
it yet.
multiplayer.
True.
But
Hopefully we get an
Stories I
update
wanted
on
to
that too.
expand upon in Spelunky 2. They're really what guided my
Okay,
design choices.
okay, Spelunky
After
2 is the thing,
releasing
very good.
Spelunky, I knew
Can we
there was
get
a
on
lot
something
more
else,
that could be
please?
done with the
You
concept
gotta
and
remember,
the
these
world.
things are only like a half an
Knowing the
hour, if
possibility
that.
was
So
out there is
they've
what's
got
been
a.
exciting for me and the rest of the
40 minutes, supposedly.
In a lot of
And we're
ways,
already
when
20
Spelunky
minutes
2
in.
comes out, I want players to experience what we experienced making it. That feeling that there's something special.
So remember last night here we were talking about arcade cabinets?
Mm-hmm.
Some of the arcade one-up cabinets are showing up for pre-order, excluding the Marvel vs. Capcom one. It's like, oh,
Excluding the one you really want.
yeah, the X-Men one isn't there. I'm like, but the Marvel one's available, so that's not too bad. Still gonna wait. I still want to just get the whole shebang. We'll see.
Yeah, I want the. They're still doing the one that's got Marvel vs. Capcom 1 and 2, X-Men vs. Street Fighter, and Marvel Superheroes, I think was the fourth.
I did an article on the website and it's talking about that, and I'm kind of concerned because if you go to Arcade One-Up's website, it shows X-Men vs. Street Fighter, and if you click on it, it takes you to Best Buy, and it takes you to the Marvel one. And the Marvel one now has Marvel vs. Capcom, X-Men vs. Street Fighter, Marvel Superheroes World Gems, and Marvel Superheroes. It's yeah, it's like they made some changes.
See, as long as I get access to X-Men vs. Street Fighter and Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter, I'm happy, because they're the ones I want mostly. Ooh, what's this?
This is Genshin Impact. They've had a couple of betas out for this game. This is a game that everybody's complaining it stole the look of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, and everybody started hating.
Yeah, I can see that, but at the same time, why? Like, Zelda is such a beautiful game. Why be upset that somebody else that like uses the same fucking art style?
Even better, I didn't know that Zelda owned that art style. Like, why are you complaining?
That's the thing. Like, if you're saying that Zelda owns this art style, then you better turn around and take out like 95% of Japanese RPGs. You know, take out Avatar, The Last Airbender, and all that type of stuff, because that's where all this draws inspiration from.
Yeah, I think there might be a change to the cabinets in Arcade One-Up, because I went back to Arcade One-Up's website looking. So if you go to the X-Men cabinet, which is the only one showing on there, it says Marvel vs. Capcom, Class of Heroes, X-Men vs. Street Fighter, Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter, and Marvel Superheroes for the X-Men cabinets. So they might have combined the cabinets.
That's not good.
Yeah.
Even more reason to start looking into that other machine.
So this game looks interesting. I like the music.
It looks all like cell shading and flashy.
This music reminds me of that which you hear from Game Baker's Fury. There's what music reminds me of. Wait, the Game Bakers are making a new game. I wonder if this is it.
This is like a weird sort of like sci-fi noir art style, almost like sort of Transformers Cybertron style in the coloring and stuff like that, and the lighting. And yes, I did get a chance to finally catch that now that's actually out on Netflix.
Yeah.
Why did I have to stop it there? I want more than 6.
Well, it's a trilogy. Remember that. So we have to wait for the other ones. And it's good. We need to have a podcast on that. It's so good.
Yeah, we should think about doing that at some point.
I don't think when I did my review, I was trying to find negatives, and I can't find a real negative to this series. I really can't.
I can.
All right. Well,
I can.
What was your problem with it?
No. I'm not going to reveal it here. I'm going to wait for people. People are going to have to wait until we decide to do the podcast.
So we got this game, a bunch of running here. 2D action platformer.
Friggin' endless runners? No, don't thank Christ for that. Everything seems to be going in this like neon sci-fi look lately.
Blame Cyberpunk. Everybody wants to cash in on that right now.
I was pretty much afraid to say that actually. I'm like, it's like everybody's trying to knock off Cyberpunk before.
That's what they've been doing. Yep, that's you've seen a bunch of games come out with saying, "Oh, hey, I'm like Cyberpunk. I'm Neopunk." Like, okay.
Yeah.
And
it's time to talk bug snacks.
Oh my God, this game has become a meme. So hard. Bug snacks.
Bug snacks. Yeah.
On the island. Wow. That's your new lead? Another monster hunt? Elizabeth Megafiend is a 2-bit con artist! Don't tell me you actually believe this half-baked nonsense! I swear, if you chase this bug snack story, you're out of a job!
You're the journalist!
See, probably us.
There's a bug snack right over there. Do me a favor and take my snack trap.
Stranger, I could use your help. This bunger goes wild for ketchup.
I don't know why, but I think I'm just gonna pick it up just for the whole point of picking it up. This just seems silly.
I think your kids will get into.
Bug snack is. And feed it to me, obs.
This would be something that would really appeal to kids, I think.
Of course he does.
Well, I have a few prototype traps that I could put to use.
You're pretty good at stuff, and nobody hates you yet. Catch bug snacks.
Nobody hates you yet.
Back to Snacksburg.
Maybe soon, but not yet. Thanks, bud.
Well, say you do find these bug snacks and make it back alive. You just might keep your job. Now get going and try not to fall off a cliff.
Giant flying pizza monster.
At least he didn't fall off a cliff. He fell off a ledge.
Yep.
There's a lot more in store. Let's start with an update on an eagerly
we already knew this was coming, and this is already out on Oculus Rift. So let's see what the PlayStation VR looks like.
Okay. I've been contemplating picking up a PSVR. Because I keep seeing them pop up in the secondhand stores pretty cheap.
The only reason I would say to pick one up is if you really can get one on the cheap, like you said, or it goes on sale, which is cheap. I wouldn't buy it, full price right now, especially because we don't know what they're doing. We don't know.
I think I might wait till the PlayStation 5 and see what they're doing with that.
Right. This was like, we're gonna show you this, and it's over. That's it, guys. It's done. Comes out in 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks.
2 weeks.
Dreamcast logo.
Whatever you do, stay in the light.
505 games. So Control.
Stay in the light.
No expansion for Control.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, PlayStation was getting the new expansions first.
Yeah. I never actually finished that. I really should go back.
You need to play that game. Finish it. You do. It's a great game.
I started playing it, dude, and then it was like I had like other reviews pop up, so.
You got that brand new shiny computer now. Go play it. All comes out
with the
August 27th.
With all the RTX and stuff like that.
Go play it in the new DLSS 2.0. Go play it.
Yeah.
Okay, what the heck is this?
I don't know, but we're starting to get like rapid fire punches of games all of a sudden.
It's 4:30, so it's running down.
It's chess.
But is it auto chess though? That's the thing.
I don't know, but it seems like you can equip stuff and combine units to make other units, and it's a mobile game that's basically coming out on PlayStation.
I don't get this game. I don't get this game at all.
Me neither.
Victory! All right, what did we win? It is. It's auto chess.
Victory! How do I win? I don't know. But you won.
Yeah, not interested. Thanks. So are we gonna jump off the? Yep, we're gonna jump off the screen. Wait, this game was already out, or one very similar to this. Yeah. Was it only for PC when it came out though? Huh.
Possibly. But this is very...
This is a puzzle solving game, and it's very zen. It makes you think, but it's not too hard on you. And the Game Boy. Sort of a Game Boy. Not exactly a Game Boy. Yeah, this game was already released. Interesting. Okay, it wasn't on the PlayStation. That's why it came out for PC only. The Pedestrian. Okay. Another PlayStation 5 game.
Now
what is this?
Let's take a look at 2 new games headed to PS5.
Yeah, what is it?
We are the forest shadows.
Okay.
Ghosts
2 new games coming to PS5.
Running silently between the straight, cold lines of a corrupt state.
Focus Sumo Newcastle. Okay.
They've been working on a lot of games ever since. Well, they've been working on a lot of games, period. But they merged with Deck 13, and I'm wondering who's working on this game because Focus is the publisher. And they've been doing a lot of big moves as of late.
See, part of me thinking it's like Assassin's Creed without being Assassin's Creed.
That's gonna hurt.
We take back what was stolen, and the people call us heroes.
Is it Robin Hood?
Who knows?
To others, we are rivals.
If that's...
It still is a multiplayer game. So it's a multiplayer looter?
Possibly.
Multiplayer melee looter?
We are all outlaws.
Hey, Hood! Outlaws and Legends. I said Robin Hood, so it's Hood.
You're getting that?
It has that kind of vibe, that medieval vibe.
Yeah.
PlayStation 5 2021. So Sumo's working on it. Okay. This is not new. This is not new. You lied to us.
Temtem. It's new on PlayStation 5.
Wait, is Temtem even on PlayStation? No, it's only PC right now. Wait, is it not coming to PlayStation 4?
Well,
maybe
they're gonna go with PlayStation 5 with it.
Maybe it is on PlayStation 4.
But all it is a Pokemon knockoff. So
It's actually really good, though. I played the beta. It was fun.
I'll stick with the Pokemons.
Yeah, so it's supposed to be coming on PlayStation, but it hasn't arrived yet. Is it going to skip the PlayStation 4 now?
Let's take a tour of Godfall.
Yep, that looks
We've
it.
got new PS5
Captured on the
gameplay for this
PS5. There
melee
you go.
focused
Yay!
action launching this
Godfall! Looking forward to this game. I wonder why.
Because they've been hyping it for the last 6 years.
Nah, the gameplay. The gameplay. I love games like this. Like Devil May Cry, I love games like this. And it's a combat overview. Awesome. Let's go.
Hello.
Hi.
What was the...
Hey, it's Keith Lee.
the
What's
one
up, Keith?
director
I'm
for
Keith.
Godfall.
What's up, buddy?
On behalf of Counterplay Games,
Keith
we are
Lee?
very excited to share
Bask
gameplay
in
with
his
you
glory.
today and to offer you a glimpse
Sorry,
into
wrestling
the
reference.
mystical world of Godfall.
Let me insert
Today,
my
you'll be
Captain
seeing
America meme.
extensive gameplay captured on the PlayStation 5.
You don't understand that
development
reference.
I don't get
Please
that.
keep in mind that the game is still a work in progress, and some things may change from the final product.
Captured
as
on
we
PS5
continue to
development
learn
kit.
and harness
Nice.
the power of Sony's next generation.
What was
console.
the...
Please enjoy.
The what?
So let's jump right into what Godfall is.
It was a game that came out in
Godfall is a
the
looter
start of the
slasher that
PS3.
features
It was like
intense
Heavenly Sword or something with
Yes.
the girl with the red hair and the
Yeah.
two blades.
Heavenly Sword.
Loot progression
Yeah.
systems.
That's what
You
this
can
type of
enjoy the
thing
game
like
during
reminds me of.
peace, playing alone or through online co-op with up to 2 additional
Loot progression.
teams. Godfall is set in a brand new high fantasy universe filled with heroic
Play online with
arcane
additional
magic,
people, so I guess you, me, and Matt are gonna start
realms.
playing this.
The world
Yeah, I don't
is
think he's gonna
split
pick it
up into the elemental realms of earth,
Okay, so just you and me then.
water, air,
Wind
fire.
and Heart.
Godfall
Captain
is a
America.
complete package.
Wait, what?
All the gear in the game are acquired or unlocked.
There's so
in-game.
many of them that do that
There are
elemental
no
thing, and then they go,
microtransactions.
the last one,
No
there's like a
waiting for
life
content. It's all
or, you
in the
know,
game on
soul
day
or
one.
something like that. Just call it fucking Heart and summon
You get to tear
Captain
through
Planet,
enemies
goddammit.
and challenge a mad god
We need the
who
Captain
awaits you
Planet
at the
game.
top.
We were robbed.
We need it.
Play a Valorian
We
knight,
need in this day and age, we need a
able to
new
equip
Captain
valor
Planet
plates,
show.
Legendary armor sets.
We're never
With
gonna
the-
get
with
it.
like,
Transform you into an
yeah.
unstoppable
But then
master
again, you
of melee
can't
combat.
top what was the
Throughout
original.
your
though.
journey, you'll find ancient valor plates lost in time.
Whoopi
each with their own
Goldberger's Gaia?
characteristics
Come on.
And long history. Now let's talk about gameplay.
Oh,
Godfall.
look. Tier sets that you can
Yep,
select.
they talked about
Team
that
wanted to
previously,
do
so they're
something
going in depth now.
different.
Good.
We wanted to combine action RPG loot progression with third-person melee combat to create what we think is a looter slasher.
I love how they come up with new
The game is
terms.
therefore
Looter
one
slasher.
part gear-driven
That's
and
yeah.
one part
We
player
gotta
skill
find new
driven.
marketing terms.
In other words, not only do we want you to find exquisite weapons with powerful
Have you actually
features,
noticed the shape
we
of
also
his
want
sword?
you to have that feeling of accomplishment or mastering the
Like, I
wide
know it's
set
hard-
of
it's hard
combat
when he's
mechanics
swinging it
available
around.
to you in Godfall.
But you notice that the way the
combat
sword is
philosophy
actually set out is like the old
Melee
He-Man
combat in
power sword.
Godfall is intended to be fluid, dynamic, and interactive. Embracing
It does
offense
bear semblance,
over
doesn't it?
defense.
It does.
More often than not,
It really
you
does.
face multiple enemies at the same time. As a result,
Maybe you got
always be willing
Godfall He-Man
to close the
DLC.
gap on enemies. Also,
Maybe a
you
new He-Man
dominate
show
the
because the
combat
last one was
space,
pretty
not
good.
the enemies.
I enjoyed it.
Suppose we're getting one from Kevin Smith,
Now that you're familiar with the combat philosophy, let's dig into the weapons themselves.
and we've got. I think we're getting
Godfall, there are
a
5 weapon
new
classes.
She-Ra as
The
well.
longsword,
Supposedly Hasbro wasn't happy with no, not Hasbro.
the polearm,
Mattel wasn't happy with the other
two-handed
Netflix
warhammer,
one?
the network. Yeah, the way the network
two-handed
Flex one went.
greatsword.
I wasn't happy either. That's why I stopped watching it.
Each weapon class has their own unique movesets and
I
play
did.
styles
I watched
ranging
about
from
like
fast
one
combos to
episode
more
and went,
strategic,
"Fuck this shit."
deliberate play.
I watched the first season with
As
my
you
wife,
defeat
and I was like,
enemies
okay,
and
okay.
adventures,
And
you
then
will
towards the end, I was
acquire
like, yeah, I can't
numerous
watch this
weapons.
anymore. I'm sorry.
For each weapon category, each
I
weapon with their own
downloaded it
primary
and put it as
and
part of my
secondary
collection
traits.
because I'm
At a
a
later date, we will
idiot like
delve
that.
into the weapon
I must
classes
collect.
and how to modify them in greater
But even
detail.
then, I still go
For
back and
now,
I watch
we'll
like
go over the dual blades,
I watched the original He-Man and She-Ra, or I watched the
Dual blades
2002.
are the fastest weapon class in Godfall, embodying speed, fluidity, and mobility.
This looks good. I'm liking the
Dual
designs.
blades are
The designs are really
exceptional
nice.
against soft, unarmored
I hope
targets
the
or
moveset
single
it
targets.
varies though, because so far they've been
You can
doing the same
perform
thing
a
over and
combo
over.
by executing 4 consecutive.
Well, you
light
remember
attacks.
it's in development,
The
so they're
dual
still adding a
blades
lot of stuff.
Heavy attack is a spinning blade cyclone. The blade cyclone can
And they
also
just go
be
your
used as a
basics, too.
finisher at the end of your light attack combo. So what are the signature moves for the dual blades? As you build up charge, you can also activate Inner Focus, which is unique to the dual blades, which inflicts massive damage.
It sort of
in a short
reminds
period
me
time.
of
There's also Mortal Coil, where you can throw your
Monster
blade
Hunter.
into an enemy.
This reminds
pulling
me
the
of
enemy
Dauntless.
towards you, like pulling a cable.
This reminds me.
Yes, yes.
Very much like
Let's
Dauntless.
switch to the longsword
Even more so
weapon
like
class.
Dauntless.
Longswords are balanced weapons, embodying crisp damage and simple cooldowns without needing a lot of elaborate combo setups. Similar to dual blades, longswords have their own 4-hit light attack combo. Then there's the heavy attack finisher, which can be used at the end of your light attack combo. There are 3 signature moves for the longsword class. There's Spectral Flurry, which cannot be interrupted and deals high damage to multiple nearby targets. Then there's Spiral Technique, which eviscerates all enemies in a straight fixed path.
Okay.
Notice there's a white flash after a longsword
Oh,
swing
yes.
called a timing attack. If you press the shield button exactly at the same time, you'll perform a devastating shield uppercut with your longsword. The shield is a core part of Godfall.
I was gonna say you got a shield. We're not shield bashing people. What's going on here?
Yeah.
You can always block incoming
Because they're
attacks
gonna
with
leave
the
that for the.
If you press the shield button at the
Oh,
right
so
time,
every class
you can
can
also
sword and board.
parry an
Nice.
attack. You can perform a light attack after a last-second shield block to counterattack with a powerful shield strike. The shield is
Yeah,
great
this is
not just for
definitely
defense,
this is
but
definitely
also
Dauntless.
offense. You can aim and throw your shield, which will hit.
It feels like
multiple
a mashup of a lot of
tap
games.
the
God of
shield
War,
just as you catch your
Dauntless.
shield, you can perform
There's a
a
lot of
powerful
Devil May
wave
Cry in here as well. Well, not just Devil May Cry. Devil May Cry Bayonetta with the blocking and the reacting suddenly.
The last second.
You can
Yeah.
perform an
reactions.
R3
If they can nail this,
on enemies
this would be
that were
great.
knocked down to the ground.
From what we're
Yeah.
seeing so far. I'm liking what I'm seeing. I really am. Boss fight time,
Here comes,
baby.
yeah, I was about to say that here comes the show us something epic. And this is where I reckon some Dark Souls element comes into it. Learning patterns and.
You know what else the game reminds me of? Darksiders. Darksiders.
Yes.
3. So it's, like I said, it's got a lot of DNA from a lot of games. In it.
I haven't played 3 yet.
So good. I loved it. I started playing it like 7 months ago, and I couldn't put it down until I finished it. I loved it. It's on Xbox Game Pass.
I was looking to get 1 and 1, 2, and 3 on the same console, and then just like hammer through all 3 of them.
Xbox Game Pass on PC, baby. It's on there.
Yeah.
I think all of them are.
I liked 1. Darksiders 2 was actually what gave me my break-in games journalism.
PlayStation 5. We also want to thank all the fans for their endless support since
I'm liking it.
Going back to the old THQ days for Darksiders 2.
Such as details
That
of
was
loot
that
and
press
progression,
event. It was the
and
first time
are
I
eager
ever
to
actually
share
got to
more
be a
with
part
you
of
on our way
press
to launch this
for
holiday
something.
season. We hope that you
Long
enjoy
before I joined the
Godfall
Outerhaven.
community on Twitter,
Holiday
Facebook,
2020, so
and
this will be a long
Thank
time.
you.
This is also coming out for
Yeah.
PC. Also coming out for PC, so don't forget that.
What are you doing? Are you doing PC or are you gonna do PS5?
Depend. If I actually pick up a PlayStation 5, I'll probably pick up this just so I can say, hey, I have a game to play.
I'm probably gonna pick up a PS5
Hope you
on
enjoyed this peek into the future of PlayStation.
That's it?
That's the thing. I think
We're done?
that's it.
All right. I guess we'll call it here as well.
I'll give it a few seconds.
That was cool.
Wait until they actually drop off.
Bye, PlayStation.
my PlayStation, and it's over.
Yeah, it's gone.
I was hoping for it. I was hoping for it. And we've got one last thing.
Yeah, no, that wasn't gonna happen. I mean, it wasn't a bad stream. It wasn't the best stream, but it was pretty good. We got a couple looks at some games.
Hey, look, at least they showed us in-game footage.
Yeah,
for a lot of stuff. Two, they actually gave us a little bit of. We're gonna do stuff off of the PS4 and the PSVR. Sure, it's like a bit of older stuff and a bit of indie stuff, but it's something at least. They're showing support for the system.
Yeah, I like that. They're not dropping it off. But let's go back to let's jump off of PlayStation for a second. Let's talk about what you're about to say. I guess it still is PlayStation. So you said you're not getting you're likely going to get a PlayStation 5, and you're probably going to say I'm not going to get an Xbox Series X. And it's kind of funny you said that.
I will buy an Xbox Series X eventually.
Right, eventually, because that's what I was thinking about.
It is not going to be a day one purchase for myself. Mainly because, again, with the crossover with the PC and them going, everything that we've shown so far is going to be either on the Xbox One or it's going to be put out on PC. I don't see a reason to buy it yet.
So that's funny because I'm actually in the middle of writing an article. So I did an experiment. So I took my Xbox One out of my office and I put it downstairs. So when I go downstairs, I have something to play. And it's been about 2.5 weeks now, and I don't miss it because the games on Xbox Game Pass, I can pretty much play everything.
Like I've said, this thing has been sitting on the floor of my office for probably the past.
That's a damn shame.
Nearly 3 months.
Damn shame.
And I don't miss it. I don't really feel the need to plug it in.
Well,
I will probably later today because I got a brand new 4K TV which you can't see in the background. But I want to experience 4K movies, so I went out and picked up some movies the other day. So I'm gonna be like, ooh, 4K.
So what I was getting at is between the games on my PC, Xbox Game Pass on my PC, the ability to pick up an Xbox game and play it on my PC. My article literally says I think Microsoft's strategy is working, and maybe it's working a little bit too well because
pretty much.
I don't have a reason to get the Xbox Series X right now.
Well, that's it, and like we said, they're looking at games as a service, which is why they've pushed the Xbox Game Pass so hard over the last couple of months. And I think again that's probably backfired on them when it's come to hardware.
I don't think I don't think it backfired, but it is going to hurt them.
It has hurt them at least that much. I see more value out of getting Game Pass and playing games on the PC, and maybe the occasional one on the Xbox One. Than I see going, okay, I need a reason to get the Series X, and so far they haven't given me a reason to get the Series X. Because a lot of the stuff that's coming out is either coming out on PS5, PC, Xbox One. Again, I keep screaming to Xbox, give me a reason to buy your console, and they're not doing it. They're going, hey, instead buy our Game Pass. I'm like, I already got Game Pass.
Yeah, that's my thing.
Give me a reason to buy the console. Not, I already got Game Pass, so that sets me up quite well. I do agree. I did see an article the other day. I can't remember where it was, but they said that maybe Xbox needs to look at ending Xbox Live Gold subscription type thing and just focus on Game Pass.
They're not going to do it. They already said they're not going to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have a problem with that, but my only concern is and again, we've had this conversation many times, and I'll continue to say that I'm split on this because, again, not everybody has a PC that's going to be able to let them do. Yeah, so there's where I keep splitting.
And we've said that multiple times that if you don't have a high-end PC that's going to play just about everything that's coming out, except for Crysis, which still melts on PC to this day, you're going to be looking into buying the console.
Right.
But if you got a high end PC, then you really have to make a really big judgment call on, do I really want to spend the money on this?
I mean, I might
And
justify it.
at the moment, I'm not seeing much.
I might justify it and
reason.
be like, I'll get it just for my downstairs or for my living room.
Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere else to play other than my office. Because that I can do. Like,
Well, that's it. You know, I'm basically, it's like PS5 day one for sure, but the Xbox Series X, I could wait maybe a year, 2 years before I even bother.
Yeah, they hurt themselves.
And by that time, they'll be looking at revisions of the console anyway.
I hope not. They really hurt themselves, and not with the whole Xbox controller worked on here, games played on here. Not with that. I think they really hurt themselves in the end by coming out and saying, "Hey, we're not going to have anything that runs exclusively on Xbox One, Xbox Series X for the first 2 years."
Well, that's exactly it.
That's dumb.
They need to have that thing that says this is going to be our driving force for the Xbox Series X. And they haven't done that. Whereas PlayStation have come out and gone, here's all these games, and they're going to be on the PlayStation 5. Yes, they may also be on PC, but here's them running on the PS5. Look at how good they are. You'll want to buy this PS5 to get these games looking as good as this.
Yep, it's that ongoing debate. We'll have to wait and see how this pans out. But yeah, Microsoft, I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of my stuff. So this was an interesting stream. Thank you for.
I'm gonna go back to bed and try and get 2 more hours sleep before I have to start doing my schooling. Yay.
There you go, man. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for stopping by and check out the stream. It was our first time doing it with the new setup. It will get better. So yeah, he's gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna go back.
Everything's work in progress, and we'll see how we go with other things because we have plenty of stuff to talk about. Because in case people aren't aware, we also do spectator mode here every Saturday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time.
We need to move that. I think there's too many podcasts on a Saturday.
We'll work something out, and I know Keith and I want to sit down and talk Transformers: War for Cybertron.
Such a good series
from good series from Netflix. So go check it out if you got a few 3 hours or something, like
longer.
About 2.5.
About
2.5.
No, it's about longer than that. It's
they're about 20. They're about 25, 27 minutes an episode.
Yeah, it's about 25 minutes an episode, and there's 6 of them. So 300 minutes.
So you're looking at about 2.5 to 3 hours. It's well worth it.
But then you'll watch it again, and then you'll watch it again, and then you'll watch it again.
Yeah,
there's so much.
I had friends of mine just posting stuff on Facebook, going, "God damn it!" And it's like I don't want to get into the discussions because it was the day it all came out. So.
There's just so much. There's like I don't want to say Easter egg. I want to say there's so much lore in there. There's so many things showing up. There's like, oh wow, I remember that. I remember that. Hey, I remember that. I think I'm gonna drop this real quick and we can go. When they mentioned the Sea of Rust, and I was like, what? All right.
Yeah.
I'm done. This was so good.
All right. Later, people.
Take care.